Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. So today, let us practice some questions on abstract reasoning. Okay, and this is one of the sections which is unique to the examination, and that is, although it's a minor portion, you just have maximum 25 questions, but still that matters, right? So in case you are unable to do other sections, let us say you are not able to score good in verbal, or you find some quant question very calculation intensive, data interpretation, or some puzzle, at least you can try your hands on this section and get some questions done in the examination. Okay, and this is generally an easy one. It is not that something that is difficult to understand, but the only thing is it requires practice and it takes time to attempt those questions, right? Sometimes those questions can be time consuming because it requires a lot of observation in the images, and in the past we have seen some questions from this topic. So today also let us practice some questions on abstract reasoning. Okay, and if you go by the previous pattern, there used to be exactly 25 questions out of 200. Even last year, the number of questions ranged between some 10 to 20 questions from this topic. So let us do the first question. It says that you have to select a suitable figure from the answer figures that would replace the question mark, right? So this is an analogy problem. Analogy problems are, we are given two statements A and B, like we are given two figures A and B. So whatever relation A has with B, C will have the same relation with D. So one has to choose that what should come in place of this question mark. Which figure should replace the question mark? So the same relation has to be maintained. You need to check for some things, like you need to check for rotation, okay, and maybe like reflection, if it is reflecting on x-axis or y-axis, and apart from that, like position of different elements. Okay, so for, like, you have to check for all elements these rotation and reflection things. So if we see, there are three elements in this, right? First is that semicircle, then a triangle, and then this arrow shape, this V shape. Okay. Now what has happened to the semicircle? It has rotated. The semicircle was like this. It rotated by 90° to form a D shape. Okay. So we will rotate this pentagon by 90°. So this is the pentagon. If we rotate it by 90°, it will be like this. Okay, so now we can eliminate some of the options. We can say that option 2 is not possible, option 4 is not possible. Okay, one element is done. This triangle, okay, what happened to this triangle? This triangle got rotated this side, okay, and it became like this. Okay, so the one which was inside. Now circle, even if it rotates anywhere, it will remain as it is. Okay, so circle will not have any effect on it, right? Or triangle that was inside, so circle will come outside but will not have any effect. Okay, now the third element is this V shape. Okay, and V shape got rotated in this direction, it went inside. Okay, so it was in and it came out. Okay, so circle is inside, circle when comes outside will look like a circle only. Okay, so circle, if it is in and out, it will remain as circle itself. Now this was outside and it went inside, right? So what is outside here? This is out, and it when it goes in, and it will rotate by like this, so it should go in like this. Okay, so now third we can reject because both of the figures are outside. Now among 1 and 5, we see that if it goes inside, it should have this kind of curve. So the curve should be like this and not like this. So it's about rotation thing, right? You have to rotate them. properly. So the answer is option 5, option E, that is fifth figure. Okay, so this figure which was outside rotated 90 degree in the clockwise direction. So similarly, if it rotates, if this you rotate 90 degree, it will be like this, hence 5. Okay, so it there was confusion between 1 and 5, right? So one has to see that carefully. Okay, so similar kind of question, we are given two images and we have to uh, find the fourth image based on the relation between these images. So let us look at this, right? This is a simple one. So if you rotate it in the clockwise direction, we get this. Okay, so if we rotate this in the clockwise direction, this should point up, this should come like this should be like this. Okay, so this part is like this. Now about the number of lines. See, if you look closely, there are 1, 2, 3 lines, and here there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lines. So number of lines will increase. Here there are 2, so it should have 3 lines. Okay, and the inclination would remain the same. Okay, so this should be 3 lines like this, isn't it? So we have figure 2 only in this manner. So that is the answer. Okay, so you just have to look for the rotation of the figure and count the number of elements, like how are they positioned. So 3 changes to 4, so here 2 will change to 3 lines. Now this is a problem that involves petals, and you have to find that how will the answer figure look like. So now there are two petals, right? One is black one is white one. So let us find that how they are moving. Okay, so let us first complete this visualization. So the complete flower should look like this: 8 petals, 4 like this, and 4 in these directions. The complete flower looks like this. Now look at the dark one, right? So the dark one in the first figure was here, and in the second figure it is here. Okay, so it is moving in this direction by 3 steps, right? So this should move in this direction by 3 steps. 3 steps means if it is here, these are your 8 petals. This is here 1, 2, 3. So this will be the dark one. Okay. So now we can eliminate option 1, 2, and 3. So 3 elements are gone. So we have answer among 4 or 5. Okay. So this is how we eliminate options. Okay. Now let us look at the white one. So white one was here and it went 1, 2. So it has to go 2 steps like this, right? So similarly, this will go 2 steps like this. And so 2 steps means if this is the white one, so this and this. So it will look like this. This will be the black one and this will be the white one. That is an option 4. So that is what is needed, right? You need observation to see that how one element is shifting, okay, and accordingly find the second one, okay. Now this is a series, okay. So you are given series of figures A, B, C, D, E. You have to tell that which figure will come next. So the figure that will follow the same rules as it has been followed. So here there are two elements, right? So first of all, this chakra thing is present in all, right? So this 8 spokes are present here. We have to look at this circular and that arrow one. So circular is here, then it moves to this, then it moves by one step, then it has moved from here to here, so 2 steps, then from here to 1, 2, 3. So this circle is moving 1 step, then it is moving 2 steps, then 3 steps, 4 steps, right? So it went 3 steps and then it went 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it will move 5 steps. So 5 steps means 4 is exactly opposite, 5 will be here. So this thing will come this side. Okay, now it will help us eliminate options 2 and 4 are the possible answers. Right, now let us look at the arrow thing. What is happening to the arrow? I'm moving in this direction, in the anti-clockwise direction, 2 steps, then 2 steps, then again 2 steps, 2 steps. So it will move 2 steps. So it moves 2 steps, 1 and 2. So it will be pointing like this. That is an option 2. And so that was a simple one. You just had to observe the elements, how they are moving. So whether it is analogy, whether it is series, everywhere you need to observe that how things are moving, how it is rotation of things or going clockwise, anti-clockwise, by how many steps, are the number of elements increasing or being constant, etc. Then another variety is basically odd one out, right? So which of these figures is odd one? Odd one out are generally very debatable. Okay. Uh, I mean, you can't have sometimes people might have different reasons for it, right? Be it a figure based or normal text based, right? So there is a question in CMAT this year, find the odd one out, potato, lettuce, and then cabbage and onion. What did you mark in that? इसने अटेम्प्ट किया वाला क्वेश्चन एक ऑड वन आउट आया था, राइट? रीजनिंग में पोटैटो, लेटस, onion and cabbage. So these are always debatable. People will get different reasons. Okay. I marked potato because all others are can be eaten as salad. Potato is not eaten as salad, right? Some person might have some other reason. Okay, I give the reason that potato is not eaten as salad, but someone else might give some other reason. Okay, so some people might have reason for lettuce also. Why it is lettuce? So odd one out is always going to be a tricky one. So what is your odd one out in this? Which one do you say is the odd one? Out of these five, which one is odd one and why? Not 2D view, no, all are 2D views only. Everything is 2D, it's not, nothing is 3D in this, all are 2D views. So what is, which one is odd one out? Okay, now I'll give you different possibilities, right? So in examination, remember these can be quite tricky, and you never know which is the correct answer. Okay, it depends on the examiner's mind कि वो क्या बताना चाहता है, right? So I'll tell you the possibilities, right? One is that 4 could be odd one out, right? I have a reason for 4 that in all others, right, they are equal partitions. If you see these are equal, these four are equal, these four are equal, these three are equal. Okay, but this is unequal. Okay, so one thing could be 4. Okay, 4 could be one of those. Then fifth can also be odd one out. The reason being, in fifth, the number of partitions is odd. All others have even parts. Okay, and I need both 2 or 4. Okay, but this has 3. Okay, fifth one has 3. So you cannot say who is right or wrong. Okay, so odd one out is always a debate. Okay, uh, now most people will go with 4 because others are equal parts. In fourth, you do not get equal partitions. Okay, some people might go with fifth also. They will say that all others have even parts, like 2 parts, 4 parts, 4 parts, 4 parts. It has 3 parts. Okay, so odd one out is always debatable. Most of the scenarios, like this case also, potato, lettuce, onion, cabbage, right? So someone might have different reasons, right? I said that it is potato because it is not eaten as salad. Other three are eaten as salad, right? So similarly, someone might come up with, now it depends on the examiner's mind. ठीक है कि examiner कैसे सोच रहा है. Suppose in this question, examiner is thinking that all others have equal parts, fourth does not have equal parts, or might think that 5 has like all others have 2 or 4 parts, 5 has 3 parts, which is an odd number of partitions. Okay, so that can also be there, and then I mean those are possibilities, and if you can think of some other thing, right? People are saying one is incomplete, no, one is not incomplete. What is incomplete in that? Right, you have a shape outside it. It's a semicircle, so it becomes tricky. Okay, so if it is MAH CET where there is no negative marking, definitely mark some answer. Okay, or if like you feel that like in an examination where there is negative marking, you can skip those questions. ठीक है, कई बार गलत होने के चांसेस रहता है because people think some other way. Okay, but it depends on the examiner's thought process. Okay, so we can say both. This can be 4 also, this can be 5 also. All right, so let us see the next one. Now in this you have to complete the pattern. Okay, so it's like a series, like 1 2 3 4 5. This term is missing, you have to find which term will fit into this out of the 5 options. So what will complete the figure? Now again, in this we will have to look very carefully that how many elements are being added in the image. Okay, so for every part you have to see that how many lines have they added and all, and then probably find it. So let us see कि किस में कितने addition हुए, right? So if we see from here to here, it had one line and it has 3 lines. So it became +2. Okay, this became +1. This became +2, and this is -1. Okay. Okay. So now let us see that from this to this what is happening in. So this complete was done. In this it increased by 3, right? One line here, one line here, and one line here. This increased by 4. Okay, this got increased by 1 2, and this got decreased by 2 lines outside and 2 lines inside, -4. Okay, so that is the structure that has happened. Okay, and so possibly we can have, let's say, so this is, let us call them figure 1, figure 2, right here. Figure 5, right? So the transition is +2, -1, +1, and +2, right? So you have to find figure 2 से 3 में क्या change आया, 3 से 4 में we do not know. Figure 4 to 5 we know that this is +3, -4, +4, and +2. Okay, right? So that is the final transition. So if we try to match this, this is -1, this is -4. So can we have -2 and -3? This is +1 and +4. So we will have +1, +2, +3. Okay, and this is remaining +2 only. Okay, this we cannot say +2 has become +3. So let us do one thing. From figure 2, try to subtract 2 elements from this figure, add 2 elements to this, and subtract to add 2 to this. Probably we can get something which is relevant. Okay, so then we will be able to find for what will happen to figure 1 also. I mean this the leftmost one, right? So we have to add 2 elements to it. So in this case only one element is being added, so we can reject it. In this case they have added one line and two more, so they have added 3. In this case they have added 2. In this case also they have added 2. And in this case they have added again 2. So all 3 are possible. So we have rejected 1 and 3 we have rejected. Okay, based on this thing. Now 2 elements should be added to this also. So in this case they have added only 1. So this is rejected. This case they have added only 1. Okay. This case they have added 2 elements, one line here and one line here. Okay. And in this case they have added one line here and one line here. So 2, 2. So we have rejected 2 also. So 4 or 5 are possible. Okay. Now let us see this figure. So we have to remove 2 elements from this figure to this figure. So in this case addition is happening. Acha, so पहले तीन तो rejected है. In this case they have removed this line and this line. 2 lines have been removed, and in this case addition is happening. So addition cannot happen. Anyway, we know that addition cannot happen. So the answer should be 4. Okay, so it's a difficult one, right? Sometimes it becomes quite challenging to solve such ones. Okay, and what will happen to this? This will be +2. And from here to here it will be +2 again. But why +3 in this scenario? That is some odd thing what is happening. But rest of the 3 follow the pattern in figure 4. Okay, so 2 elements reduced from this to this, 2 elements added from this to this, and 2 elements added from this to this. And these are the difficult ones. If you get like something missing in between of the series, it becomes very difficult to solve them, right? If something is missing towards the end, attempt that. These kind of questions, do not try to attempt in the beginning. Skip those. If time permits, come back to them and solve. Okay, and believe me, in examination scenario it becomes quite challenging to solve this, and it just adds unnecessary pressure. Okay, so there will be questions that will be as difficult like this as well. Okay, all right, so let's see the next one. Find the next term in the series. Okay, what is the next term in this series? Now these elements keep changing, but the square is constant, right? So if you see in the first image, we added 2 lines to it. Okay, 2 lines added. Then we added 1 line. Then we added 2 lines. Then 1 line added. So next figure, there should be 2 lines added, right? So if we add 2 lines, first of all, this square will complete and one more line should come. Okay, so we can say that third is not possible. fourth too many lines are there, either it is 1 or 2. Okay, either it has to be 1 or 2. Now let us look at the this element where it is being added. So first of all it came here, then came here, next figure here, 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 here. So here this side. So 1 and 2 equally good. Okay, now let us see the pattern. So this circle, then plus sign, then triangle. Okay, so circle plus sign, then triangle. So triangle, that is option 2. So these three things are repeating, right? This black circle, plus and triangle, and they are coming on this. So that is how it is rotating. So plus triangle, then circle, plus triangle should come on this side. Okay, so from that you could have rejected three of the options and then seen that how many lines will get added to the existing that central square. Okay, so we will have two lines added. One will complete the square and one more line outside. So choose the pair of figures which expresses the similar relation as given in this pair. So we are given an image which has two figures and they have some relation, right? Either by rotation, generally it is rotation and shifting of elements. Which of these figures has the same relation? So what is happening in this figure, right? So first 90-degree rotation, right? So if you rotate it by 90-degree, what will happen? It will become like this. If you rotate by 90-degree in this direction. Now what they have done is they have just exchanged these. So this D shape which was behind has come this side and the arrow, this triangle is this side. So we just exchange these two. Okay, first rotation and then exchange. So let us do the same thing. So in A, if we rotate by 90-degree, we will get something like this. And if we exchange, we will have like triangle and then D shape. Right now that is wrong. If you go for option B will, after rotation, it will look like this. Okay. And if we exchange, it will be like this. Okay, that is again wrong. Option C, if you rotate, after rotation, it becomes like this. And after exchange, it will look like this. Again, that is wrong. Okay. Option D, if we see, after rotation, it will be D and this. And if you exchange this, it will become D and this shape. So that is correct. That should be option D ideally. Let us check option E also. Option E after rotation will become like this. And if we exchange, so it should be like this, which is again incorrect. So that is option D. Okay, what you have to do is you have to rotate 90-degree. You have to turn it 90-degree right and then just exchange it. Do not change the direction of the images, right? So if it is D, it will remain as D. Do not invert the D, right? This arrow is facing towards the right side. The arrow will face towards the right side. Do not change its direction. That's what they have done. So only in D, this thing is exhibited. Now this is a difficult kind of question because you have to check in each of the options. Okay, so in this figure, find that images that have the same relation. This one is simple, at least you do not have to rotate and all. So this section becomes boring after some time, right? It is interesting to solve such kind of questions, but after you solve around 8 to 10 questions, you get boring, right? Then you're like looking at each image by rotating it. Okay, if you can visualize mentally, it becomes very tiring. Even if you draw, it takes time. So after some time, you think that okay, let's switch to other section. Now this one is a simple one. What they have done is they have taken half of it. Okay, half करना है, and in this top was shaded, bottom side will be shaded. And which half they have taken? They have taken the right half. Okay. Now, first of all, इसमें half नहीं दिख रहा है, right? It is more than half. This is something weird. Okay. Now in this top and bottom, right? Reverse. Now this is top and top. So we can eliminate three options straight away, right? Coming to A and B, which side should be painted? One, the right side. Okay. So they have taken the right side. This is the right side. Okay. They have taken the right side. In this, what they have taken is they have taken the left side. And that is wrong. Answer is option A. Easy one. Okay, so let's see the next one. So you have to fill how will the sequence continue. How many petals will be there in the next image? So now let us see this. This is 2.5. So 2.5. This is 3 complete and half. So 3.5. This is 3 complete and 2 halves. So you can call it 4. This is 5 complete. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals complete, 5.5. Okay, so we see it is increasing by 1, it is increasing by half, then increasing by 1, then increasing by half. So it should increase by 1. Okay, so it should have 6.5 petals. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 halves. So that is 6. So you can eliminate this option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is also 6.5. This you can reject 6. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. Okay. So we have the answer among 1, A and C. Okay. So three options we eliminated by counting the number of these things. Now we have to find basically where should we start from. Okay. What should be the first petal and so on. What will be the shape look like? Hmm. So which one have they taken? Yeah, rotation of petals is there, but which direction, right? So that is where it becomes slightly confusing, that how it should be rotating. Okay, so let us see this. So this is the last petal. After this, they have added one petal like this, right? One petal and one petal. Okay, this is the last petal. After this, they added one, two, and then three, right? So it became like this. In this, they added one, then second petal, then third petal. So it came like this. In this, they have added one petal, second petal, and the third petal. So it became like this. Now in this, we'll add one, we'll add two, and we'll add three. So this should be the complete petal. Okay, so it should end here. Okay, so just see the last petal, and they have added three. I mean, they have shifted from this side also, of course. But if you see the last petal, they have added three elements in each case, and that's how we get the last petal, right? So the last petal is like this shape. Okay, so and the rest will shift like this, so that will be the answer. This is again an analogy problem. You have to find that which figure shows the same relation. So first, if we see this figure, this arrow has come to the center of this side and pointing down. Okay, so this triangle will come to the center of this side pointing down. So we can eliminate option E. Okay, because in this triangle is pointing up. Now the second image that we have is of T. Okay, so it went to the center and it got rotated by 90 degree. Okay, so it will go to the center, right, and get rotated by 90 degree. But we do not have anything. Or let's see other elements. This triangle came this side with 90 degree rotation. So this T should come like this, and it should be T like this. Okay, so that eliminates option B. This C has changed. The C has been replaced by a new image. Actually, I guess the options are incorrect. isn't it? Arrow should be replaced by a new image. This is replaced by a new image. See, C is changed to a new image, right, which is not present. So arrow should change to a new image which is not present. Okay, and this got rotated by 90 degrees like this, and this should be like this, and some new image should come like this. That should be the actual answer. That is what is happening to the elements, isn't it? Because this will be replaced by a new figure. As we saw that C was replaced by some new figure. Others, they have rotation. C is replaced by a new figure. Something wrong with this. Right? No option looks correct to me. Because first of all, this should happen, right? This T was like this, and it changed to T like this. So if this if we change like this, it should become like this. None of the options has this. That itself suggests that it is incorrect. Okay, so the solution, the actual answer should look something like this. Okay, so those were some practice questions on abstract reasoning. Okay, so we have this CAT comprehensive program, and it in this we have like 135 plus live sessions, 300 plus recorded sessions. Okay, and for then we have practice questions, mock tests, right? We deliver books also for VRC, DILR, and QA. Okay, and there will be coverage of GDPI and VAT also. So you can enroll in this course. It will cover CAT and other MBA entrance examinations as well. No separate course for other examinations specific, but in this course itself, uh, like CAT and other exams will be covered. Okay, so that's for today's class, right? So thanks for attending the class. Have a great day. Goodbye.